10:42 p.m. on August 2nd, I think. There is an energy about today or this evening. I don't really know what it is, but there's something. I feel like I'm learning a great deal of things from my kids, and tonight I had such a sweet bonding experience with Ozzy, and it made me realize such a basic thing that even as adults, we all know this, but it hit me differently tonight. We all just want to be loved in the ways that make us feel seen and validated. And those ways of being loved obviously are very different from person to person. I mean, there's the whole love language thing, which plays a huge tie into it, but on a very basic level, a very human level that stems from the earliest moments of childhood. All we crave is the safety of being loved so unconditionally. And for my son, Ozzy, tonight I realized he just wants to be loved on an energetic level, like energetically, to be seen, to be acknowledged. And we all want that so much. And I think why we crave it so much as adults is because we didn't feel fully seen or heard or adorned as we needed to as kids. And that's not to say like our parents didn't do the best that they did. It's really hard being a parent. It's really hard giving your all and your full attention constantly to these little beings. But when you do, that's when you see a huge shift and a blossoming effect. Today, I went to the park with Ozzy and set my phone down and literally just chased him and played like I was also a 4-year-old, because we were the only ones at the park, and often that makes him sad to not have a companion and to just, have me or parents sit in the background. So today I asked him if he wanted me to play because his sister was sleeping. And I haven't seen him play that well and that excited in so long with me, because I haven't been present with him in the way that he has needed. I've been so transfixed on being an adult, preparing things, organizing things, being logistically prepared for life, but not giving him the presence and the love that is correlated to that presence that he needs. And that's because I haven't been giving myself that love and presence. I haven't allowed myself to slow down. We all just want to be loved in ways that validate our innermost child, the ways that we might have suffered as children are now, as adults, ways that we want our partners or future partners or spouses, whatever it may be, to nurture us. For me, as a kid, I felt many, many times in my life invalidated. I felt as a kid that I was invisible, that I was a ghost, that I felt unnoticed. And so for me to feel fully, wholeheartedly loved is to just be acknowledged, to be seen, quality time, words of affirmation. Those are my ways in which I feel loved. And the way I give love is by giving what I want. And I think a lot of us do that, especially with the whole love language thing. When you notice what you yourself needs, you often give it to the people around you. And I think it's so important to acknowledge other people's love language and give them what they need, because subconsciously we tend to give what we want instead of giving what we believe that other people need. My husband, for instance, his love language is physical touch, and that's definitely not mine. That's probably my last form of love that I would choose. It's my last sense is physical that I would probably choose. A lot of us need to be loved intellectually, through the mind, through our words, our communication. A lot of us need to be loved on a physical level, being touched, being held. And it's important, as much as you try to honor and give what you believe those around you need, but also to give to yourself what you know you need at the end of the day, because not a single person can completely fill your cup. No matter, even as a parent myself, no matter how much I want to fill the cup of my children so that they feel unconditionally loved, I am an adult with flaws. I have moments of impatience. I have moments of not being present. And with that, I am creating an experience for my kids that may later in life require and encourage them to crave those things that I couldn't fully give them. And as much as that makes me sad that I can't give them absolutely everything, I can't provide in every single way that can allow them to be a fully healed, whole person. And that's a part of one's own, I guess, spiritual journey, is taking what we can from those who raised us and forgiving them and trying to understand that we're all humans and that we try our best in our own ways. But at the end of the day, it's our duty and obligation as we grow older to try to heal those moments of not feeling totally loved or seen, appreciated, not trying to blame anyone, and acknowledging the fact that we ourselves can give us what we need. We can give ourselves the love that we know we're craving externally. And it's so hard because it's more validating. It feels so much more validating to externally receive that type of admiration and love. Because if it's from the outside and it's being presented to you. It feels that we're allowed to give ourselves and allowed to feel that type of self-love if those around us also believe that we deserve love. But at the end of the day, you inherently deserve love, always, no matter if someone is giving you that love or if you were raised in a loveless house. You were born to always deserve love. And if you can't get it from others around you, then it is our total obligation to, in this life, figure out how to provide that for ourselves. And I believe that if we try to navigate and to try to figure out how to forgive and to love ourselves as these broken hearted children as adults, that we will attract more love to enter into our life. If we're more gentle with ourselves, if we're more forgiving and accepting of ourselves, then we will bring in others who also can give us and reflect that type of dynamic and connection. It's so natural for us to crave admiration and connection, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if you're a parent and you're watching this, I know it's like easier said than done, but just slow down and for a moment just give your kids exactly what they need. Stop everything you're doing. Just don't even think about yourself and just become a child again and give them that moment of full recognition and unconditional love and affirmation and attention. I had such a special moment with Ozzy tonight after I put our daughter Mooney to sleep, and it made me like so happy and sad at the same time. And he kept saying that, "Mommy, I'm happy, sad, I'm happy, sad." And then he was staring into my eyes and I was staring into him. This went on for like over an hour, and he's like, "Mommy, I want to look into your soul." And then we were just staring into each other's eyes. And maybe it's the age that he is now and the consciousness that he's developing, but the connection of just me being as present as possible, seeing him for who he is and allowing him to see me for who I am silently, was so healing for us. My son is such an energetic, intense little being, and sometimes, it's so hard to say, he requires so much, and it can be hard, and I often am so resistant to just giving him my all because it's so tiring sometimes. But I found today, when we played at the park and when we were going to sleep, when I gave him my absolute all, even though it didn't last the entire day, his demeanor was so different. I feel like he was more attentive, he slowed down, he was more gentle. And because I believe that all of us are like children, all of us are basically grown-up babies, grown-up children, this is what we need to give to ourselves and to give to those around us if they are willing to receive it. But of course, I do believe we have the capability to always be willing to receive love from ourselves if we truly desire it. after I film this, I'm sure I'll think of a million other things I should have said, but I'm just feeling what I'm feeling tonight and feeling such a shift and a presence. It makes me want to cry. I don't know, it's weird, it just like came over me. It felt almost uncontrollable. Like the energy of the night was just so focused and slow and hyper aware. And it was such a beautiful experience, and I just wanted to share it to maybe shed some light or to encourage you or to remind you. That's why I make these videos, and for myself. But yeah, we all deserve love in whatever ways we need, and because we know that, we should try to give those around us the love that you believe they crave too. Just like randomly adding like a few words after. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I really love seeing your guys' comments, especially to people who are super consistent. You know who you are, and I just love the insights. And when I read the comments, it honestly makes me smile so big sometimes. This is why I make YouTube videos, not for any other reason. I have to remind myself, this is why. It's for community, it's for reminders, it's for connection, it's for self-realization, for helping others and helping myself. Yep. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend.